got you. No, there's not a note in 9. This is just me. I will demonstrate in this video how to fix up the problem with font awesome in XPages. It was first mentioned by Brett Belasaitis, and he says the problem is due to the appendix to the reference to the font. For example, here you've got a question mark and then the version numbering, or you've got here the end and then the version numbering, and that causes the problem on the, not sure if the Domino server or the XPages runtime. And he has also a suggestion how to fix it, and he says okay, just remove it from each URL. I don't know how many references there are. I know that there are 2 CSS files, so that could be quite some task. So what I'm trying to do is automate the task by using the following tools. I've got Node.js, that's my JavaScript runtime environment, and here I will run Bower, which is a package manager, which will grab frameworks, libraries, or anything from the web and install it for me. Then I've got a Git client if I have a repository on GitHub, and I've got Grunt, and Grunt is my JavaScript task runner, and this runs tasks on the Node.js environment. And this is my setup. I've got Bower JSON, config JSON, I've got a grunt file, and I've got a package JSON and a Bower RC file, and I've got a folder with fixes, and this contains the CSS, and here already the appendix of the font reference is being removed. And I will open the terminal and I will check if Node is installed. Okay, we have that. I will check if Bower is installed. Check. Do I have a Git? No, it's not installed. Just for the good order, Node.js you can download from the website, and if you have if you're on Windows, you've got an executable. I'm here on Linux, so I've installed that. Bower, I've installed that from Node's package manager, so I just said npm install, this is G for global Bower. So it says I have not installed Git. Well, Git is available as a package in my Linux repository. Lotus Notes, of course. And now a Git client is being installed. What do I have to check more? Grunt is not installed, and if I want to have Grunt, I want to run the command line interface. So I copy this one and I paste it in here in my terminal, and I say install Grunt globally. That's being done. So now I have to run Bower, and for Bower I have set up 2 files. I've got a Bower JSON file which describes a bit of the project and the dependencies, or in this case the libraries that I want to install. I've set jQuery version 3.0.0, and I said font awesome and give me the latest and greatest. And with Bower also have a .bower RC file, and that does nothing more than direct to which directory I want to have those libraries installed. So this is for my OnDix project, the web content folder, and then ellipse folder. So that's basically it that I need for Bower. So as you can see, this working directory is still quite empty. Of course, I don't need this one, only if I want to fool you. So I'll run now Bower. So I'll say Bower install, and now from GitHub both FontAwesome and jQuery is being installed. So I see them now here appear in my web content, libs folder. I've got a jQuery and I've got FontAwesome, and I also noticed that I've got the less and the SCSS folder, which I don't need. Probably I don't need the text and ignore folders from GitHub, and I've got the CSS folder and 2 CSS files, and if I look into them I see, yep, here you've got the appendix on the font reference, and I've even got them here, and those I want to have stripped, and you see already, okay, they appear in multiple places. So I want to have them removed, please. And in order to do that, I've set up 2 Grunt files. This is my package for Grunt, and here I've defined my dependencies, and these are modules that are available for Grunt, and I've got my actual Grunt file, which tells me, or tells Grunt what to do. But first I have to install these modules. And how can I get them? If I look at Grunt, I look at plugins. For example, we have set this plugin, this really popular plugin of 1 million installations. How can I get that? I have to use the command line again. Here says npm install grunt contrib clean, and then there's save, there's def. This means that I'm only installing it in my working directory, and not as a global available module. So I go back to the terminal, I paste that in, and I say, so this is install, and I have prepared myself a bit. So we had the clean. I've got some other ones. The copy one I want to install. I want to have the text replace module installed. And I want to have the load grunt task installed. So if you want to have all specifications about a certain module, then okay, you have to go to this site and you find them, and here they're being nicely explained, and we'll go through them in my Grunt file. In the backend, if I go back to the root of my project, I see here that the node modules have been installed here, so they are available. So I've installed this one, and now I say, okay, I've got a Grunt file that Grunt will run through. I've defined here a function, Grunt, and this is the logic. I've defined an initial configuration, and in this configuration I have defined tasks. Here one is called package, and I'm reading here a JSON file that is the package JSON file, and I'm interested in certain properties here. For example, for the name, for the version, and for the author, and that one I will be using here in my log task. I'm looking here for package name, property, author, version, blah blah blah. And I've got another one is called copy, and this copy that is already that comes from this npm task. This is the model that we have been installing, like the other ones. So I've got a copy task, and I've got a clean, and I've got a replace, and they come from these modules, and we can just walk through them. So for my copy, I've got set up two tasks. One is task 1 is okay, go to grab this file and put it in this folder, and this was my fixes, font awesome, family style sheet, and if I go back here, this was the one that was already fixed, so without the appendix. And the second one is okay, just go to grab everything from the fixes folder and copy it into the font awesome CSS folder, which basically does the same because there's only one file here in my fixes folder. The second task is clean, and here I say okay, clean this folder, clean that folder, and those are residing here. Less and CSS, I don't want them, I don't use them. And I've got finally I've got the replace one, and this one is a bit it's depending, because in my bow.json file I've said give me the latest version of font awesome. And how do I know what the latest version is? Well, I don't know. In case I would know, that I could specify a specific version, and then I say on the disk this remove underscore version underscore 463, look for any string that matches this and replace it with nothing, and also for the ampersand replace it with nothing. But in my case I don't know which version I will be installing. Today it's 463, tomorrow it could be 465. So here I've said okay, just here I've specified a regular expression that says okay, anything with the question mark and then v is, and on this versioning replace it with nothing. And the same is for anything with ampersand, v is, and then versioning number, replace it with nothing. Okay, this one we already have discussed that. So here I load the modules, and here I'm registering tasks for Grunt. So I've got a default one, and that performs the copy task 1. So that is only this piece of code that will run. I've got a task as fix font awesome copy that will perform the whole copy task and the clean task, so that will run these lines of code and this one in this specified order, copy clean. And I've got a register task defined for fix font awesome replace, and that will run the replace, remove any version, so that is only this one and the clean one in that order. And here I've registered another task on the log, and that will run the log function that was set up, task that was set up here. So what will give that to us? So here I've got some examples defined, but I'm mostly interested in this one. Let's take a look at it. So here I say grunt, run the log task, and run the fix font awesome replace task. And if I paste that into my console or terminal, it has run the log task, and it run the replace remove any version task, and it run 2 tasks for clean. And if I look at my code now and the libraries font awesome, bam, my less and SCSS folder is gone. If I look at font awesome, bam, the appendixes for that causes the problem, they're also gone. So I should be now a happy citizen, and I should have solved the font awesome problem within XPages. So what demonstrates us this? It does demonstrate that a manual task that you can automate them with Grunt, and so setting up Grunt and specifying a task, it costs a bit of time, but if I run this 2 times, 3 times, then I'm saving time. If a whole team of developers run that multiple times, then it saves a really amount of time. So in the long run, you could save some time, and you automate tasks, so it's more error prone. So that's what I wanted to demonstrate. I thank you for your time.